Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your life, your business, all of it. Time to crush those goals. Time to get after it. Let's go. You are listening to the Elevate Springfield podcast. Robert Ferriell here, certified 10X coach, speaker, and mentor, here to bring you actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we're going to elevate Springfield. We're coming to you again from beautiful downtown Springfield in the Big Dog Construction Studio. Hey, we've got so much going on in Springfield right now. Make sure you are participating. Get out there, network with folks, be a part of the community, support local businesses, support local nonprofits, and let's go. We can all grow together. So, hey, another great episode for you today. We're going to get right to our guest after the break. Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing expert, serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing. All right, and we are back. Joining me in the studio today, Mr. Will Formea from Masco. Will, thanks for joining me. How are you doing?
I'm doing great today. Beautiful day.
Yeah, appreciate you coming down to downtown Springfield on what was a kind of a cold, dreary, and snow-packed day this morning.
Yeah. I'm glad the snow's melting away. It's not great for business when it melts away, but it also slows things down a little bit with the ice melt. So
that's right. You can sell a little bit of that ice melt on these good days
like
this, right?
Yep.
So you're from Masco. We've talked about Masco before with Jeff Dillman when he was in, but we're going to talk more about it today. But before we do that, let's learn a little bit more about Will. Tell us about your background, man.
Yeah, definitely. So from Springfield, born and raised, went to Franklin Middle School, then Springfield High, and ended up staying in Springfield, running cross country and track at UIS. So I love Springfield, been here my whole life, wouldn't imagine myself living anywhere else. But no, I went to Springfield, then to UIS, and decided I wanted to stay here in Springfield and work for the family business. That's why I'm at Masco. I love the local ideas that everyone has and supporting local businesses. So that's definitely a strong value of mine, being born in Springfield and growing up here. So
awesome. So cross country. You did that at Springfield High?
Yeah. Started out at Franklin really because I played soccer competitively, and my mom always told me that cross country was the best way to get better at that. And I also wasn't the skinniest kid in the world, so it was a good opportunity for me to run a little bit and get a little more exercise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, started it in 6th grade, and really what it was I had a great team, and I just loved those dudes. So I was like, I got to keep running. I got to keep doing this. So when it got to high school, I played 1 year of soccer my freshman year, and then just thought this wasn't the sport for me. So then my fall sport became cross country, and then track and cross country kind of go hand in hand. So I was doing track and cross country. But yeah, no, loved Springfield High. Loved that I started running, but soccer was my first love for sure.
So anybody out there that doesn't know the difference between just regular track and cross country, what's the difference?
Yeah, so cross country's a little bit longer. Illinois is different from a lot of other states. Usually in high school, they do 5Ks. We do a 3 mile, which is only really a 0.2 difference. But yeah, 3 mile in high school. And then in middle school, it was a 2 mile race. So when you get up to high school, you can do the 2 mile on track. So that's really the only distance that overlaps. It's track is going to be a lot shorter distances. In high school, the max you can do is 2 miles on the track. So I found myself gravitating more towards the middle distance.
Hmm.
I liked cross country because of the team aspect and scoring points just by having your team close to you. But track really was more suited for me just because I wasn't the most long distance guy. But I really liked the 800, the mile. And then when I got up to college, they had like the steeplechase and all that fun stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
I got involved in that and loved that as well. So
Heck yeah. You said scoring points in cross country.
Mhm.
How do you score points in cross country?
yeah, so I feel like people don't know it a lot, but cross country is a very team oriented sport. I would even say more than track, just because you're all running the same distance, you're all running the same race, we all start at the same starting line. Uh, but at the end, if you get first place, that's a point. So you want to have the lowest score possible. So
Oh, okay.
um,
And so you add up
add up all
all the
your
team members, right?
well. So actually, you have 7 people who will run varsity in that race. And the out of the 7 people, the top 5 best are who is scored.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
yeah, so a lot of the time I can even think back to my senior year state meet. I had one of my best friends ended up passing me within like the last 200 meters. And I was cheering him on, like,
Yeah.
go, go, go. You got to catch him. Cause even at the end of it, even if you have a bad race, you count on your teammates to, help you out and get that lower score. So it's a very team oriented sport, even when it's not your day. You're focused on the teams.
It was Tracy from Springfield Running Center said something very similar to that. I guess
Yeah.
I didn't realize it either, how team oriented that is like that.
Yes. Yeah. And the other thing about it too is every day after school, you're running 5, 6 miles with these guys. So we were playing the movie game, like the last letter of this movie. Now you have to find a new movie that starts with the first letter of that. So we'd come up
Uh-huh.
with all these games and we just got really close over 4 years. And really that's, I think, what helped us to do so well my senior year was we were just a close knit group and really enjoyed each other's company and hung out on the weekends, even when we weren't at practice. So I think the team aspect is definitely overlooked in cross country, but it's a massive aspect of
Yeah.
the sport as a whole.
So you said senior year, you guys had some pretty good success?
Yeah. We ended up getting second in state as a
Nice.
team. So that was awesome. Yeah, but it was a great experience. Really, I mean, those memories are the most valuable part of that. I don't even know where my state medal is, but
Yeah.
I always will think of those guys and remember that. So it was a great experience, and we had an amazing coach that really stressed the team aspect of it. So shout out to Coach Cotner, he's the man.
Hey,
But
there you go.
so
That's awesome. Oh, second place in state.
yeah, and we hadn't. I think the last time we had done that was like 2012 or something, and it was 2019. So it'd been like 7 years before we got a trophy at state. So it was a great experience, and really was the reason I wanted to keep running, was because I had that great experience with a great team. So yeah,
Heck yeah. You said competitive soccer. What was that?
yeah. So come from a big soccer family. My mom and dad both played in college, and kind of just, I don't want to say forced on me, but
Sure.
definitely at a young
Yeah.
age, soccer was my favorite thing to do. So I played competitive soccer since I was probably a second or third grader until I think my freshman year of high school. So yeah, that was an amazing. I played at SASA here in Springfield. Had some great coaches. My dad coached me for a while, and loved playing at Springfield High too. I just really felt like something was missing my freshman year. I was like, I miss cross country. So
Sure.
yeah, that was the whole reasoning behind it.
No, I guess I didn't realize I knew your mom before I knew you. I
Yep,
didn't I
yep.
didn't realize she big into soccer in college and everything. I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
we never really talked about that.
Yeah. Even like Lee Field, my grandpa played a big role in getting Lee Field, which is where all the area schools play soccer now. So it was kind of in my blood, I guess you could say, soccer. So definitely loved my time playing soccer, but running was where it was at for me. So
Yeah. So you headed over to UIS,
Mhm.
outside of the sports and stuff, outside of track and everything. What'd you study over there?
yeah, so I studied political science. I was a big history guy in high school. It was my favorite subject by far. Had a lot of teachers that really taught me how to grow to love history and what we can learn from history. So really, legal studies seemed like kind of a cool avenue for me to take. I didn't really know what I wanted to study, but being in the capital city, studying political science, there's a lot of opportunities here. So that's where my mind was at. And absolutely loved it. Don't regret a thing. I love UIS. Great school. Even my senior year, running kind of came not my thing. So I stepped away from that and then ended up running for as an ambassador for UIS, for the U of I board. So they take one elected student from UIS, UIC up in Chicago, and then UIUC. So there's three student representatives on that U of I board. So at a young-ish age, I got to experience what it was like being on a board, and
Really cool. Yeah.
no, it was great, and got to go up to Chicago and Champaign once every, I think it was 2 months. We had a meeting, get to meet all these people, and it was a great experience as well. So I really like that.
Yeah. How cool is that to be able to have that kind of experience so early on? Because to be a part of something important like that and get that board experience.
Oh yeah, and I'm a big sports guy, so they were talking about like the coaches at U of I, and I'm a big U of I fan, so I was always really interested in what they had to talk about. And I think it's a great program for students at those colleges to have a say in the big decisions that go on at the university level. So I was super blessed to do it. Also had some friends in the UIS student government we always hung out on the weekends. We had a great relationship. So I love being involved in that stuff. And I really try to stress that to people is, it might seem like it's something you don't want to do, but just try it out, see what happens. You can always run. And if you don't win, then it wasn't meant to be, but experience is not a bad thing. So
Yeah,
that's
so important.
Yeah.
To have those type of experiences, to get involved with those things that you're passionate about.
Yeah,
So
definitely. And I'm on boards now, and that was really my first experience, my first exposure to it. So knowing the rules, kind of being on a board and how it works, the inner workings of it, I think was super important, especially, for going into the workforce now and being on board. So I understand, what to expect and what's expected of me. So it was a great experience, and I'm really happy I decided to do that my senior year. So
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
You said you're a big U of I fan. See that massive screen they're putting in?
yeah,
That thing is huge.
it's going to be awesome. I think they said the biggest screen in college football, maybe in the U.S. Don't know the specifics of it, but I saw the rendering and it looked like it was the length of
Just
the whole
absolutely
side of the field.
massive.
Yeah, might be longer than the field,
Right.
but yeah,
That
no,
is crazy.
yeah. I grew up going to those games, so love the U of I, and I was super blessed when I got on that board because you just get to be around it. Like I was able to get my little brother tickets to March Madness game and get to take him to that. So there was a lot of benefits to it, but really just being involved in it was the coolest part. So
No doubt about it. So you graduated what, 2 years?
yeah, it's been
2 years?
a little bit over 2 years.
Little bit
I
over
think.
2, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So you're third generation at Masco now.
Yep.
So tell everybody what Masco does again first.
Yeah, definitely. So Masco I kind of like to tout us as like a local Amazon just because we carry so many different SKUs, so many different products. I have meetings with customers all the time and they're like, can you get individual alcohol wrapped wipes for me? Because I like to get the gunk off my books if it's a library or something. And I tell them we probably have it. Most of the stuff that we have in our warehouse, it kind of is out of sight, out of mind at times. But then really when you realize how many products we have, we could help any business with whatever they need, from ice melt to toilet paper to oil dry. There's really not a product that we don't carry, or if we don't carry it, we can get it because we have such good buying power and such good manufacturers that nothing's really out of reach for us. So
Yeah.
it's really nice working at a company like that. Really, the sky's the limit for you. You have a lot of opportunities. So I love working at Masco. Me and my cousin Clayton are the third generation, and he runs the warehouse. And it's super cool to be a part of a family business that my grandfather started.
Yeah, I was going to
So-
say, tell us a little bit about the history. His grandfather
Yeah.
that started it, right?
Yeah. So it started out actually, most people don't know that Masco also has a sister company, Maintenance Supply. And Maintenance Supply, my grandpa acquired, I think it was in 92. And then basically what they did is they cleaned state buildings, schools, really anyone who wants to get it done, they clean their building at night. So we have a bunch of janitors, cleaners that clean over 1 million square foot of flooring every night.
It's a lot of flooring.
Yeah. It's hard to, really visualize, but they're all over the place.
That's a lot of square footage.
Yes, definitely. But basically I guess the genesis of Masco is that when my grandpa acquired that business, he realized they were paying too much for the products they use. And, the cleaning chemical, the mops, all that stuff that they use every night. They're just paying too much for it. So he said, why not open another side of the business where we can be a sales team, sell the products to our sister business and also to anyone else who maybe wouldn't want to use the cleaning crew, but
Mhm.
can do that stuff on their own.
Yeah, they have their own staff, but they still need the product to do it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was the thought behind it. And from there, it really just expanded. My aunt and my uncle are also at the business. So there's a second generation in there. It's a great family business. We really can help anyone out and save you money on the products you're using. Even if you're going to like Walmart or
Mhm.
Sam's Club, all that good stuff, we really have an answer for anything you're using. So
Yeah, I mean, even like the towels and stuff. Give us an example of what you guys provide towel wise compared to say going over just to Sam's Club every day.
yeah, definitely. So it's something that you don't think about, but in our business, there is a lot of cheaters. And I'm not saying that going out to the store, they're going to cheat you every time. But really, what we do is we can break down our toilet paper is 4,000 foot long. This is, you're buying a 2,500 foot toilet paper. Ours has 8 rolls and theirs has 8 rolls, but we're going to get you a lot more because we
Mhm.
have more length out of our toilet paper. And then also showing them cost savings by switching to that. That's usually how people realize that they need help a lot of times with the supplies they're buying because most people have a job they're supposed to be doing. Most people are not just the purchaser for the stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Usually it's a sales guy or the maintenance guy or the warehouse manager, but no one really wants to be doing that and crunching the numbers on toilet paper. It's not the
Mhm.
most interesting thing in the world. So really that's where Masco can, help you out, show you innovative solutions to save you money and also make cleaning a little bit easier. There's a lot of great products that are coming out. My favorite one right now happens to be kind of a play on Tide Pods, but for your cleaning chemical. So
Mhm.
this company out of St. Louis, Buckeye International, great company. They pretty much do all of our chemical. They're coming out with these Tide Pods that hold their chemical in it and they're dilutable. So all you have to do is fill up your quart bottle, throw one of them in, and then shake it up. And it's a lot easier for people instead of going to the store and buying bottles and bottles of Clorox.
Mhm.
You're paying for the packaging every time.
Yeah.
So if you can reuse a bottle and just have your chemical in a little pouch that needs water, it'll save you a ton. So
No doubt
that's
about it.
really where we can get the details of how you're cleaning. And what you're cleaning to show you the best product for it. So
Yeah, no, that's super handy.
yeah,
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 absolutely. And saving a lot of money too. So
no, definitely.
now so you're on the sales side.
Yep.
And when you first started with the company, did you come right in as sales? Is that what you started as? Or
Well, I mean, if you really want to take like a 18,000 foot view of it, I started on the maintenance supply side.
Mhm.
So throughout high school, I was cleaning windows. I was helping people change their light bulbs in their house, really whatever they need. But window cleaning was where I started out. Um, and even to zoom in a little bit more, I started just cleaning the screens because I
Mhm.
didn't know how to wash a window yet.
As you're
So,
going through school that whole
yep,
time? Okay.
yep.
Yep.
So it started out like high school, maybe my junior year and yeah, just working on a cleaning crew with the guys who do it year round. But I was just doing it during the summer because I had school. But then even throughout college, when I didn't have anything going on, if I only had class Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, I would work on a Wednesday. So I think a great aspect about UIS is you have to finish an internship before you can graduate. Really forces you to get out in the working world, I think. So when I needed to graduate from college, I did an internship at Masco, the other side of the business. And really, I was just learning the ropes. Didn't know
Okay.
if I really wanted to uh, stay at Masco after or go out and look for another job, but I did need an internship. So started there, did it for, I think it was 5 months was the internship. And then from there, I was like, I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed learning about the business. I think there's a lot of opportunity for me to grow in the business. So I was like, why not stay here and
Yeah.
join the family business? So when I started the internship, it was riding around in the trucks, really getting to see, the relationship between customer and delivery. And then from there, I worked towards, riding around with my uncle or riding around with our general manager, Jeff, and getting to see how you talk to customers, how can you take care of their needs, what to look for, how to help people out. And then after that, really, it was this is your job now. Go
There
ahead
you
and
go.
go do
Get it.
it. So no, I definitely started at the, very lowest position and kind of worked my way up. And I really wouldn't have had it any other way because now I understand the business much better. I understand how stuff gets communicated and what everyone needs. So I think that was invaluable to me working here now and helping me out, learn the ropes. So,
So
yeah,
important. So now you on the sales side, you're very much client facing, customer facing.
definitely.
So how do you and Masco in general elevate the client experience?
Yeah, definitely. I think so many people are used to getting on Amazon or getting on some website and just ordering what they need. Really, where Masco tries to set ourselves apart from everyone else is we're not just the guys who sell you stuff. Bring us in whenever you have a problem and we can tell you what we think about it, why it's happening, how to fix it. I had a customer who they just moved into this building, brand new business, and they had a terrible problem with gnats in the business. So we came in, took a look at their business and realized that there was they had a lot of organic matter in the drain from the
Mhm.
previous owner. So that's what the gnats
Was
were
caught,
feeding on.
yeah.
So we, recommended a product that was an enzyme and basically it eats at that organic matter and kind of got rid of the gnats at the root cause. So instead of, setting out gnat traps or whatever and
Right.
continuing the problem, really we were able to look and find the root of it and take care of that. So I think that's how we set ourselves apart and why Masco is still around today is because not only are we providing you the products, but we're also providing you with the knowledge to use them. I've had a lot of customers who say that these are great products. We love using them, but my staff isn't great with it. They don't know how to reload the toilet paper dispenser or the paper towel dispenser. And what we do is take time to come by and show everyone how to do it,
Mhm.
educate everyone on it. So it's not something foreign and that only this person in the building can do. It's going to be, you guys will all know how to use this. You'll all be able to clean at your own will and really be able to pass along the information instead of it just being, this is our cleaning product.
Right.
You're going to know exactly where to use that, how to use that. And I think knowledge would be the one word answer to that is Masco really tries to provide the knowledge as well as the products. So
No, and you're not going to get that if you order a paper towel dispenser from Sam's or
sure.
Uline or
Yeah.
where. I mean, it's going to show up, and you got to figure out how to do it, right?
Yeah, for
So
sure. And a lot of people, you're getting your products through delivery drivers. If something breaks, you don't have anyone to call really. I mean, you can send it back and get a new one, but really I kind of tell people this as a joke, but at least you have someone now that you can yell at if something
right,
goes wrong.
exactly,
You got a
exactly.
guy that can fix it on the spot. Really, I think that's the most valuable part too, is having someone that is here to take care of you. And it's
Mhm.
not just a website where it's like, okay, well, we can get you your product in 5 days. I could put it in my little sedan and drive it to you
Right, bring
myself.
it up today.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think the knowledge and just, being local, it's hard to beat for a lot of people. A lot of people see the value in it. So I think that's how we set ourselves apart.
Yeah, no, that is the big value add for local, that service, being able
Yes,
to really service people rather than just selling them a product
of course.
and off they go with it, right? You're
Yeah.
there behind it, you're giving them the knowledge, the training, the whole 9.
Yes,
So
definitely.
so how do you assess what they need? You said you can go in and see what they have and everything and how you could help, but how do you do that with a new client?
A lot of the time it's easier to switch people to, products that they know and understand, especially if, you know, they don't really want to switch products. They just,
Right.
want to get them for cheaper or whatever. That's perfectly fine. We can come in and give you an apples to apples comparison. If you're using a 2-ply toilet paper, we can show you a 2-ply toilet paper. We carry all sorts of different products. So there's really not anything we can't give you that's apples to apples. But I would say going in places, sometimes they have a whole closet of different cleaning chemicals that never get used. They've been
Mhm.
sitting there for 10 years. So we really try to come in and give them the best way to clean. But, some customers, they don't really care about the best way. They like what they like. So we can do an apples to apples at first. And then from there, once you build a little trust, it's easier to show them the new stuff and show them products that might help them save time on cleaning,
Mhm.
save a little more money on cleaning, but it might not be exactly what they're used to cleaning with. So,
Sure. Talked a lot about the chemicals and stuff,
mhm.
but you guys have machines and
Oh, yeah.
all the tools needed too, right?
Definitely.
So
Yeah. Yeah. We carry pretty much a full line of floor machines, sweepers, vacuums, pretty much anything your heart could desire when it comes to cleaning. And we also work with great manufacturers. IPC Eagle's a great one. Tenant Nobles, we work with them as well. So really, I mean, any sort of equipment, any sort of maintenance to your equipment, we can also help out with. That's a big thing too. We see some people, buying like floor scrubbers from China or, from somewhere else. And then when something goes wrong with it, now they have to fix it and they have to figure
Right.
getting the parts for
Uh-huh.
it. So, that's another great thing about Masco is we have a maintenance guy who works on all the machines. He's gone to classes for how to fix them, how to maintain them, stuff like that. So if something goes wrong with your machine, then we can take it in, get it fixed, and then get it right back to you instead of waiting on parts and then you having to do the repairs yourself. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
No, again, that's another big value add. I was taking a tour of your facility not too long ago, and I saw that space. I'm like, yeah, that's really big for folks around here to be
Oh,
able to have
yeah.
that there, to where you're not having to, like I said, find the parts yourself or
Mhm.
ship it off, and maybe it comes back a couple months later.
Exactly.
You
No,
know,
no,
stuff like that.
yeah, it's a big value add for a lot of people, and especially since we stock a lot of the parts that you
Mhm.
know are routinely needed for a lot of machines. We could almost have it back to you the next day if our maintenance guy is in there and has time. There's really no, I guess, ceiling for what we can do. We can always make stuff happen at Masco. So
Sure, absolutely. So I know you were, you did some political science stuff, but like when you were younger, when you were seeing that business being the family, was it always in the back of your mind? Hey, maybe I will work for the business. Was that
yeah,
was that always there for you?
yeah, definitely. And I think my mom always pushed me to, just find something that you like.
Mhm.
Whether, there wasn't a lot of pressure to join the family business, but I thought it was something that would be cool to stay in Springfield and work on. Yeah, but I was always around it. It's still kind of a story that gets told at Masco. When I was about 5 or 6, I was riding my bike through our old warehouse, which is right next door to where we're at now, but was riding my bike through there and had a ladder fall on me and
Oh
all the
no.
people came, running out. So Jamie, who still works at Masco, she's awesome. She was around the family business at that time as well. So
Uh-huh.
I've grown to, know everyone that works at Masco even before I worked there. So it really is a family. I think that just being around it my whole life, it was always in the back of my mind that it's something that I would love to do, but really it never dawned on me until I got done with college and I was like, man, I really should do that. This is
Mhm.
my opportunity to do it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was always in the back of my mind, but nothing that I really thought about until after college and then thought it sounded like a great opportunity. So
Awesome. So earlier, when you were on the board at school, you were talking about how that's helped you out with what you're doing now. Now you're on the board with me at
yep,
Local First Springfield,
definitely.
but you're also highly involved in, quite frankly, a few different organizations around town.
Yeah.
So you've got Local First Springfield, Land and Lincoln Professional Networking Group, the chambers, all that good stuff, right?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
highly involved in all those. Tell us a little bit about what you do in those.
Yeah, that was, one thing I definitely wanted to do when I started at Masco. They really stressed getting out in the community and seeing other people and networking. So when I first came on Masco, I got on the ambassadors for Chatham Chamber. Absolutely loved it. Still doing that. Me and my buddy Dalton Mender, we
Oh, yeah.
co-chair the ambassadors now for Chatham. So we're super excited with that. Just took on that responsibility at the beginning of the year. But Dalton's great. Yeah, so we started doing that. Local first, obviously. Great group of guys, great group of girls too. But love being involved on that. And then from there, I, got involved with Rise in the Springfield
Mhm.
Chamber. And that's just been a great experience as well. Started with the clothing drive. I'm helping out with that, and that really just made me fall in love with it. And now I'm on the executive committee for them. That just started at the beginning of this year as well. And then LLP&G,
Mhm.
great group. I love doing that. The networking every month, really getting to sit down and talk with people about their business because I feel like there's so many great opportunities to network and meet people in Springfield, but sometimes you just need that extra kind of kick in the butt, I guess,
Yeah.
to, sit down and talk about business, talk
Right.
about what's going on for you, how you might be able to help someone else sitting at your table. So I really love the format of LLP&G and, all the relationships I've built from it already. But, Local First Springfield, LLP&G, Chatham Chamber, Rise in the Springfield Chamber. I think that's it for what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But
It's a
they
lot, though.
yeah,
It's
they
a lot
keep
of
me
good
busy,
ones.
keep me busy
Yeah.
for sure. But no, I love being involved in that stuff, and you just meet so many good people along the way, and also just business wise, so many
Oh,
opportunities
yeah.
that you
Invaluable, man. It
never would
is.
have thought of until you were kind of forced to by getting involved. So Yeah, definitely stress that to anyone who's a professional or, wanting to be a professional. You can really make a lot of connections by going to those type of events and just putting yourself out there and
Yeah,
seeing what comes of it. So,
absolutely. So you feel like your age group, there was a time when people stopped going to some of those things, like my generation, which I'm a generation or two ahead of you,
mhm,
it seemed like not as many people went to those things, but there's a resurgence now, or at least when they were your age, right? They
definitely.
didn't do it until they were later. Like my generation, when I was in my late teens, early 20s, nobody really got into it. Even in mid 20s, it was like you had to be 30 before you got into that stuff.
Definitely.
But now it doesn't seem like that. All you and your group and all that age range seems to be highly involved in these.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, and I really think it was if without great mentors and people that guide us along the way, I don't think we really would have had the urge to go and do these things either because we wouldn't have known about them. We wouldn't know about the opportunities. But really, it started when I first started at Masco, and I think a lot of the other guys my age, like the wing guys I always hang out with,
oh
I
yeah.
think they were kind of the same way when they started. It was stressed to them by their mentor or their boss, and from there we just come to love it, I guess. You get to see your buddies, you get to meet a lot of new people. If you're not afraid of talking to people, it's a perfect opportunity because we're all there to do the same thing. So, kind of when you think of it that way, those events become a lot less daunting, and I think you kind of come to appreciate them a little bit for having the opportunity to do that because without that, there's no really other way to do it unless you're trying to go out to a bar and talk business
Right,
later.
right. And that
I mean,
that typically doesn't help, doesn't
it
work too
doesn't
good.
really work too well. So I think all those organizations as a whole really just making Springfield stronger, making the professional community a better place and a better group. So yeah, I think really what started it was having it stressed to us and then seeing it for ourselves. Going and into the events, making a commitment out of it because anyone can join a chamber or a group. It's about showing up and going to them. That's
Mhm.
really where you find your value in it. So I think once we said we're going to take this seriously and we're going to go to these events and really put some time into them, that's when you started seeing the benefits of them. So yeah, they're all great though.
Well, and that's the thing. A good point there. A lot of times, people will join something and then not get involved with it at all, and then a year goes by, and I didn't get much out of it. Well, how many events did you attend? How many
Yeah.
things did you go to? How many people did you talk to?
Mhm.
Like you said, that's the real value in it. Just paying the money to join an organization, that is what it is. But you have to actually be involved with it and find the connections within that organization to make it really valuable.
Yeah,
So
definitely search them out. I think it's like a gym membership. You can buy your gym membership, but if you're not going to the gym,
exactly.
you're not going to get anything out of
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
no, it's definitely it was just stress to us when we first started, and we really saw the value in it after that. So,
That was a good point earlier too. Sometimes when people go to networking events, they might be a little, especially first starting out, might be a little shy and
oh
everything,
yeah,
right? But if you realize, like you said, that everybody's there for the same reason.
mhm,
Everybody's there to make connections. Everybody's there to see how you can partner together, meet people, the whole thing. And that can take the nerves away, I guess.
yeah,
Just get in
yeah.
there and start talking.
No, yeah, definitely. Because I was nervous when I first started
Yeah.
too. You don't know what to expect, and you're walking in there blind. But once you realize that everyone's there for the same reason, everyone's good faith usually. If you mess up talking to someone, they've all messed up
Yeah.
before too. So it's nothing to be worried about, but just really putting in the time, I think, is what changed things and really made me want to get involved more was
Hmm.
just going to them. So
Yeah. And with LLPNG, Land and Lincoln Professional Networking Group, you and I are both table moderators.
yep.
And I don't know that we've ever talked about the table moderators, their role on the
Oh
show
yeah.
here. So, what does the table moderator do at Land and Lincoln?
Yeah. So the table moderator, they basically are the facilitator for all the conversations. It's kind of up to them how involved they want to make it. My favorite three prompts that I always tell people are tell us who you are, what you do, tell us something that most people might not know you do, and then tell us like what your strong suit is. Who's an ideal customer for you? What are you
Yeah.
looking for? Because really I think a lot of people can say like, "Oh, he's a painter or something." You know what I mean? Like he's going to be looking for people who are painting, but when it comes to, maybe someone who's educating young people on their finances, an ideal client would be someone who's coming out of college, going into the real world, or maybe someone in high school who's going into college. So learning what someone's ideal customer or I guess base would be, you can really learn to help them a lot more. And it helps you jog your memory on, oh, I talked to this dude. I could set you up with him. And that's really how the relationships are built. But I think the table monitor really is just there to help people, get over that barrier of talking about what they do or who they do business with. They're really there, and also like menial tasks like collecting the
Oh
money
yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah. Doing
referrals
the
and
attendance and the referrals and
yeah.
all the stuff. Yep.
Yeah. So besides that stuff though, really it's make sure we all stay on track, make sure we're talking about how we can help each other, who we're looking to work with.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I like the ideal customer question. That's one I always ask too.
Yes.
So I bring that up. I typically don't prompt them with that at first. I let it go around once. And then
I like
depending on
that
how much
idea
time,
better, yeah.
then I start throwing in, hey, let's go back around and let's our ideal customer, your perfect client. Who do you
Mhm.
want us to send to you? Because that is the most valuable part of the group is the referrals and working together, right? So
Oh,
we
yeah.
really have to know. I need to know exactly who Will wants over at Masco to be able to say, hey, this is a great referral for you.
Oh, yeah.
So
Definitely. No, it's and I also think another thing I kind of jogged my memory about it when you said we do the first round and then come back to it. Whenever we have time at the end, I think I probably picked this up from you and Jeff is follow people. Go around the table, everyone turn their name tags out and let's all follow each other and
yeah,
like each other's page because that's a massive way to help someone out. Leaving reviews, also a big way. Taking that time, that dedicated hour to really do as much as you can to grow and the relationship and business and social media, really any way we can help. That's what the group's all about. So,
hmm
yeah, I like telling people get out your phone, last
yeah,
10 minutes, let's
heck
just
yeah.
all follow each other and like each other's page. So, yeah.
That's huge. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's that local initiative. It's that everybody work together to make Springfield better. But in the meantime, we're all making our businesses better
Oh,
together
yeah.
because when we do that, we're growing all together.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. Yeah, and I think LLPNG is great too for even if you aren't in the group, you can go and see our directory.
Mhm.
If you're looking for an electrician, we got them. If you're looking for a plumber, we got them.
Yep.
Really, anything you would need done, we have a list of people that we trust and we work with and we talk with every month that would be great to hire. So if anyone's looking for anything to get done, that's a great resource to go and look at is the LLPNG directory. So
No doubt about it. And yet, all these groups that you're a part of, sometimes people might think they're redundant, but they're really not. They all serve their own little niche.
definitely.
They all have their thing that's valuable to you, your business, and on the networking side. So, what are some of your favorite events at any of
Yeah.
them?
First one that comes to mind is the clothing drive for Rise.
Oh yeah,
That is
yeah.
definitely the most rewarding. It's 2 days of folding clothes and talking with people, hanging up clothes. But we got a really tight knit group, and it's a really really cool feeling to have people come in getting ready for their first job interview or just wanting to find some clothes that they can go to work in. It's an important thing for a lot of people, and we have great people all across Springfield who donate to this. Maybe they worked at a bank and they don't need their jackets anymore, so they come and donate them to us. We have a drop off day and then a pickup day, and that pickup day, you really get to hear from a lot of people about, oh, I'm shopping for my son. He's got a job interview here in a week or two, or my daughter's going off to college. She needs some professional clothing, so that's why I came to shop. So you really get to hear a lot of cool stories, and I think it's just such a good feeling being able to give people clothes for free and especially being able, to give them clothes that can help them further their professional life. It's a great feeling. So that's the first one that comes to mind. Also, Chatham Chamber, love the Mardi Gras. They have a great golf outing as well. I mean, I could go on and on about the events that
Mardi
I
Gras is
love.
going to be right around the corner here too.
Yeah,
It's going to be
yep.
here in a real hurry. So.
Yes, yeah, no, and that's one of my favorite ones as well, just because you get to see so many people. It's a party, really, is what it is. It's just a time to get to see people, and like you were saying, each group has its own niche. You know what I mean? Like so, this one, Mardi Gras, you can really kind of relax at and get to see the people you work with all the time, and get to hang out with them, not just talk about business and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, speaking of not just talking about business, what are some things you do to elevate your life personally?
Yeah. I think just having a dedicated routine is the best. That's what I found has changed my life the most, especially coming into the professional world. Getting up in the morning, being strict with yourself. I got to do this, this, and this. And it really makes your day easier. So
About it.
um, I think that holding yourself accountable, having a routine, just giving your all every day, I think is the best thing you can do. And having a great support system. My family's awesome. My friends are great. So definitely elevating my life through those things.
Get out on play any soccer or do any running still?
Yeah, I do a little indoor soccer here and there, but definitely running. I got a dog recently and she's the whole reason I've gotten back into it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now she's a husky, so it takes a lot of exercise and
Oh,
that kind
yeah.
of forced me to get my running shoes back on. And
Right.
I've loved her for it. She's like the best dog. She loves running with me and I love getting back out there and running. It makes me definitely feel more awake, more like alert, later on in the day when I'm getting tired. So definitely having a routine like running with my dog in the morning is like changed my life, changed how I work at work and, changed pretty much how I exercise and everything, really.
Any lessons you've learned working in a multi-generational family business?
Definitely. Probably the biggest one would be help out wherever you can, especially at a small family business. We all have our job description, but really it takes a team to, keep that place running. When someone's out doing you a favor, scratch their back, help them out. If my cousin Clayton is out making a delivery and we're getting a delivery, I help him unload the truck. You learn what your role is, but you got to realize that you don't just play your role. You play a lot of different roles and you wear a lot of different hats. So I think being able to help out wherever you can, being a versatile employee, not just being the sales guy. Um, and I think just swallow your pride. No one's too good for anything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if I need to go clean some windows, I can go step up and clean some windows. So
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of lessons I've learned from being in a family business, but definitely being versatile and being available, I think is the biggest one, the biggest help you could be. So
Okay.
yeah.
You mentioned earlier one of the biggest advantages or benefits of working with Masco is the education piece. You've been doing your dirty demos with Will. That
Yep.
goes into the education piece right there. If
Yep.
people haven't seen those, what are those all about?
Yeah. So every Friday I'll have one coming out. But basically, what I try to do is find a product that I think it could be undervalued, unnoticed, whatever. But I try to bring it to light by doing these dirty demos. So really, my goal with them is to show relevant products. I only do them in one take. If I mess up, it's raw. It's
Uh-huh.
it's how it is. I think being honest about the product and really just trying to show people what's out there because everyone's clean for so long and but there's always new stuff coming out just
Yeah.
like in tech and all that other stuff. There's always new products coming out, always new ways to clean. So
Yeah, I would
yeah.
imagine there's, especially in cleaning, with tools and products and everything, it's one of those things people don't probably think all the time to, hey, maybe there is a better or some, better way to
Yes,
do this or a better product I can use. It's just I've used this forever, so that's what I'm going to use. So,
exactly.
so I think those could be very, very valuable.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you did one
definitely.
on those Tide Pod deals,
Yeah.
where you did one on that not too long ago, right?
Yeah, the eco pods. Yeah, just trying to do them in one take, keep them under a minute if I
Uh-huh.
can. Some products take a little bit longer, but yeah, and that's the other thing too is trying to find products that not only would a purchaser at a company want to use, but also we carry products for everyone. You can buy our toilet paper and use it at your house. We're not only for businesses. So
Mhm.
really trying to think of products and think outside the box that everyone could use and everyone would find value in. So that's really what I'm trying to do with them, but trying to stay consistent with them. So every Friday and really just trying to do them in one take and see how good they turn out.
Mhm.
That's
Those are
kind of the
it's
goal.
fun doing it in one take. It really is. I mean, it gets you on, gets you going, and,
Yeah,
you
I've
know,
even had some where it's like not going quite the way I want it to, and I'm like, "Well, we're doing it in one take, whatever."
it's
Yep,
going.
yep,
There you go.
exactly. So no, yeah, I love the dirty demos. It was a great idea, so I'm gonna stick with it and see how long I can keep them going. So
Get after it.
yeah,
Well, Will, a bunch of great stuff today. Let's give the audience a piece of advice before we close out. One on the personal side, one on the professional side to help them elevate their life or business.
okay. I would say professionally, I would say lose the ego. I used to be so scared of cold calling
Mhm.
people, going in and being afraid of hearing no. So I think one of the biggest ways I've grown is kind of losing that fear. You're going to get no's all the time. You have to just brush them off. It's water off a duck's back. Go to the next one. Even if it's no right now, it won't be a no down the future if you're persistent about it, and if you just drop the ego. That it really doesn't have a place in sales. It shouldn't. You just got to get out there and do what you can do, and try to offer people the best service that you can. And then I would say, personally, having a routine, and I think just calling your friends. I make it a point to try and call my friends and, check in with them, because it's a refreshing thing. You hung out with them all throughout high school and all throughout middle school. And I feel like when you go into the professional world, you kind of lose that. You don't talk to them as much anymore. But really, what I've been happy to do in my personal life is stay in contact with all my friends, try to call them, try to reach out to people, and really just try to be personable, try to put yourself out there. You're not going to really find anything if you're just chilling in your house all day, or chilling in your apartment all day. I think it's super important to get out. My friends say be facey, show your face.
All right. I've never heard it put like that. Be facey. All right.
Yep. Yeah. So show your face, go out, talk to people. Yeah, and just be personable. I think that's the biggest advice that I could give. So
there you go. And is there anything we could all do community-wide to help all of us elevate Springfield and the surrounding communities?
I think buy local is the number one thing that comes to mind. And I think that's also a blessing with being at Masco, is I get to go around and see so many different businesses. So, I mean, there's stuff in the corners of Springfield that you would never find unless you go and seek it out.
Yeah.
So just try to buy local whenever you can. Try to get out and just be in the community. Don't be a homebody. Go out and see people. Go to events. Go to the farmers market. Just get involved, I think, is kind of the main message, even in the personal and the professional, is get involved. Find something that's going to keep you busy, and find something you enjoy. So
love it. Get involved and be facey, y'all.
Yeah,
I love it. There we go. Well, Will, if somebody wants to do some business with you and Masco, what would they do?
Yeah. So you can always give me a call, shoot me an email. My email is will@mascopack.com. But really, I love going through and just seeing other people's business. So even if you think that, maybe Masco can't help me out, I don't know if they'd be able to, just give me a call. I'll walk through any business. I'll see and be honest with you if we can help you out. But 99.9% of the time, we can, help you save 20% on the products you buy. With a lot of people, we've been able to save them 20% on the products they buy. So give me a call and see if we can't do it for you.
There you go. 20%, and you're supporting local. Come on.
Beat.
Win-win. Let's go,
beat.
brother.
Yep.
Well, Will, appreciate you spending some time with me.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to let Will get back to elevating Springfield. For the rest of y'all, we'll be right back.
Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at sangamontreeservice.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust. Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst American Family Insurance Agents here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343.
Will, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget, while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Ferriell, at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
When I first walked into Shudokan Karate Club, I was just looking for a way to get stronger, but what I found was so much more. Here we train in traditional karate, the real stuff, passed down through generations. Every punch, every kata has purpose. I've learned self-discipline, confidence, and how to protect myself. Not just in class, but in real life. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. This is more than a club, it's a way of life. Join us at Shudo-Kon. Traditional, powerful, real. Ki-ai!